Hi everybody, I'm going to do a tutorial here on creating these circular avatars or profile pictures that you see on Instagram and on this site called Medium. So the first thing you do is get your image. So let's just grab something off Google Images. Headley, Game of Thrones, my actress. So let's see if quickly just get an image, drag it to your desktop, and then basically go to PicMonkey.com. What you could do is drag your image over to it, and then this pops up. Drag it to the left into drop image to edit, and it'll load it up. So you want to do one of those profiles. So basically there's a new thing. So you click here on frames. So this is cropping, effects, touch up, text on frames. There's this thing up here called shape cutouts. So basically this pretty much does it for you. Make sure you right here you do the circle. Otherwise you get a different type of shape cutout, and then you could move it around. You could shrink your circle, so the size is on this here. So if you just want to get most of her face, you shrink it a little bit, and then you go up there and you tweak it. You find what you want to do. You size things more. So when you're happy with it, just click the apply. Keep the background transparent for now. And then the next, that's step one. So right here, what you want to do is, because this image is so big, you want to just crop it. So go up to the crop. Under the crop, you basically want a square proportioned image. So under this pull down, put crop, and then interactively move your cursor around onto the image. And make it smaller with the edges. And what you want to do is try to get just most everything centered and around the circle, just enough so there's maybe a little bit of gap around the circle, not too important, and then you click apply. So it's just going to crop everything out of image, and this is your image. So the next step is, so you basically have to say save, and then you have your circular avatar. But if you want to create a border around the circular avatar, you have, there's two more steps to this process. You go back to frames again, and what we need to do is click on simple edge. First of all, on your thickness, we don't care about the outer color because we're just going to make the thickness 0. And the important here is the inner color. So you click on here and pick the color that you want the border around the circle to be. So if you want it to be red, blue, purple, you click here. And then what you need to do is, depending on how wide you want that the border, here's the thickness. So you could just basically, if you want the border to be a lot thicker, you would make the thickness thicker here. So it gives you room around the edges to create a thicker border. If you're not really going to do that much of a thick, you could just skinny it up here. And now you're ready to click apply. So now what we want to do, the second step of creating the border is going back to shape cutouts. And so click this again. You could fiddle, you could then move you can move it around, the shape around this thing, because it's not exactly centered. And you can fiddle with the size here. So if you do it too big, too small, your border disappears. So if you want it that size, then you can move it around, and then you could fiddle with it more to make sure it's kind of centered. And then click apply, you're done, and then you do a save, and now you have a profile with a border of your choice. this isn't the color that you wanted for the border around your profile, you have, what you could do is there's this undo, so you click up here, undo, and you just actually go back to where you were, click, do the process again, make this be thickness 0, change the color. So let's say there, play with the thickness of the border, give it a bigger thick if you're going to have a real thick or wide border. If not, you just go back to here, click apply, go back to steep cutouts, and then play with the size again, and then move it around to make sure it's centered. And once you have that just right, you're done, click apply, and then now you click save.